All right, my friends, sorry about that. We're back with a new Reconquista stream, and this one is going to be based on Frederick II Hohenstaufen. Frederick II was the son of the Holy Roman Emperor Henry VI of Hohenstaufen and Constance de Hauteville, heiress of the Norman Kingdom of Sicily. He was king of Sicily from 1198, king of the Romans from 1212, and of course, that's really just king of the Holy Roman Empire, pretty much. There was no quote-unquote Romans. As king of Sicily, he ruled not only the island, but all of Italy south of the Papal States. He was king of Germany and the Holy Roman Emperor. He was titular overlord of northern Italy and the whole of Germany. Though his rule in northern Italy was contested by the burgeoning city-states supported by the Pope, and his rule in Germany was equally uncertain, with rival kings being appointed by the Pope on several occasions. In his reign, the wars between the Guelphs, supporters of the Pope, and the Ghibellines, now this part I really wasn't aware of, supporters of the Emperor, reached a peak, resulting in his being excommunicated 4 times. Now that I was aware of, Frederick II Barbarossa being excommunicated quite a few times. All right. Ruling from his cosmopolitan Sicilian capital of Palermo, he spoke 6 languages: Latin, Sicilian, Middle High German, Langue d'Oil, Greek, and Arabic, and was an avid patron of science and the arts, both Italian and Arabic. All right, well, let's get into the story of Frederick II. Let's see what our first battle's going to be. How's it going, Armand? Sorry about that. Yeah, it is, which is pretty cool. All right, so we are going to stick to Baron difficulty, although I think, you know what, we're pretty new. Let's stick to Knight difficulty. We'll keep it on the static difficulty setting here. At the time of his death in 1197, the Emperor Henry VI was king of Sicily by right of his wife, Constance de Hauteville. A majority of the princes of the empire, especially those of the south, elected his brother Philip of Swabia as king of the Germans. Pope Innocent II, however, in the hope of preventing the continuing dynastic union of the Kingdom of Sicily and the Holy Roman Empire, supported the election of Otto of Brunswick of the Welf dynasty as rival king of the Germans. Well, civil war has begun because of this, of course, so we want to go ahead and try and get rid of this problem. So let's go ahead and offer battle here. I believe we're going to be facing King John of England, if I'm not mistaken, but we'll soon see. I hope the notifications also still popped up despite us having to cancel that first stream. I hope you guys still got notified. So we are going to autofill here. Feel pretty comfortable with the general setup here. We'll accept that. Now, the only thing I'm going to change about the deployment phase is I'm absolutely going to have some knights over here. Sort of have our separate group of knights, as it were. And then we'll have another group of knights over here on the right side. Ideally, we would have that forest cover, but that's okay. I'd actually rather bring some raw... those are raw spearmen. Let's get regular spearmen. I guess we can put raw spearmen there now. Or, you know what? We just bring another group of knights and sergeants. These two are also going to start heading off to the right side. We have a ton of cavalry in this army. My goodness. Well done. You certainly have a good bit of money, Frederick. So we are facing the French. Interesting. I'm going to make sure to keep Philip way back here. Or we are the French, I should say, facing the German Imperial... Now I'm really confused, because of course we are playing as the ultimate Holy Roman Emperor, but currently we are working with the French to fight the pretender Holy Roman Empire. Do I have that correct? I think I do. Let's get those guys on the right side. This is going to be an interesting setup to say the least. There we go. Really cavalry heavy. Yeah, exactly. France gave me every knight in the realm. Okay, I'm happy with that. It's a little disjointed, but I think it's going to go well. Wow, he's got a lot of men, though. Look at that large group of Imperial troops approaching. And currently, of course, they have the Pope's approval, which is not good for us. Let's push forward. I did not want to push forward with that entire group, just these guys. That's okay, though. That works. That works. We're just going to keep these knights on this side of the enemy. And, of course, I'm going to have to push forward with the spearmen. I'd like to get just to the edge of the forest here and see if we can't potentially lure the enemy into some sort of an attack. I'll also send some knights and sergeants up with them, but not all of our knights and sergeants. Keep in mind, they don't fight very well in the woods anyway, so I might actually just kind of stay here, or, you know what? We'll turn with these guys. We'll turn with these guys as well, if we're able to. And maybe we'll just kind of start one group heading off in that direction. Still got some archers as well, so we'll start pushing them forward. Although I must say, kind of lacking archers. We've got archers and light javelin men here, so likely we'll have to fill that gap with some cavalry and just push the archers forward with their buddies here. All right. Welcome, folks. Good to see everybody. We're going to try to get to their flanks, indeed. But, see, if we start turning in now, we're not going to be able to get those flanks. I want them to actually approach our line and try and put up a fight of sorts. Let's see. Okay, they are moving forward. They are definitely moving forward. So now I might just hold, period. Two can play at that game. Got some enemy archers right out there in the middle of everything. Let's target them. Why not? Oh, a little too far. That's okay. Oh, no, we cannot retreat. I could move forward, but I'm not going to take the bait. I can take another shot from enemy archers. In the meantime, we'll try to do the same to them. Just getting that cavalry ready. Don't want to move up too much. Again, I just kind of want to slowly push forward. You know what? We could actually push forward. I think one or a couple more tiles here. We'll still have that nice defense set up. And we'll also likely force the enemy to continue forward. Maybe they'll think that we're going straight for a full-on attack. And in the meantime, we'll keep diverting these cavalry to our flanks. Got some nice crossbowmen here, too. These guys are exceptional in close combat, but unfortunately, the crossbowmen don't really make up for standard ground troops, so it's really all about the knights in this fight. I'm really hoping that we can actually close quarters with the enemy. That's where this cavalry is going to actually have some value, I think. I will keep some of those cavalry units, however, right here on the front line. So let's say like 2 or 3 we'll keep right here. I'm not going to call it a screening maneuver because I don't think the enemy's going to fall for that, but just a bit of an insurance policy, let's say. Now, we could charge, but we know what happens when we charge an actual archer unit, so let's not do that. However, yeah, I think I'm going to stay put. Yeah, that's my concern, although I'm hoping that we can override the fact that it's a pretty flat plain by getting close, getting engaged, and then coming in with the cavalry to finish off the job. Although that could be asking for a lot, to be fair. Is that the Pretender Emperor right there? Ah, I see what you mean. Yeah, throw the knights right at the existing enemy. That's an idea. At least with some of them, for sure. We've got plenty of crossbowmen here to cause some serious damage. Got some very heavy knights, though, there. Rudger von Berlingen. I think that's as far as I push forward. I know I don't like raw spearmen taking this location either, but we'll move up the knights and sergeants, and we're going to start diverting these knights this way to prepare for that potential attack. I'm not going to turn them, just going to... Or I'm not going to move them, I'm just going to turn them. You are a pretender to the Holy Roman Crown. We must take it back in the name of God. How's it going, folks? Welcome to the stream. Another Reconquista stream, of course. Now, we definitely can't charge the Low Country Spearmen head-on. I don't think so, anyway. That would be a pretty bad thing to do. But let's get those knights out. And you know what? We're gonna take Ahriman's advice, and we are gonna start sending some of our knights over here to commence a potential attack. Also got some knights over here too. Here we go. French knights. It'll take some of these guys a turn, just a turn. Pardon the pun. And here we go. We've still got more knights. I mean, Ahriman wasn't kidding when he said that it looks like France has given us every single knight that they have for this fight. No pressure, no pressure. Yeah, we're not going to push here, although maybe we should, honestly, because, see, then we would be stacked right against them. Yeah, we'd be stacked against them, and our cavalry would be much more effective. I think. Gotta trust my gut on this. I'm not going to move up all the way. I'm just going to kind of do this. I'll force them to fall back. Didn't want to get that close, but... maybe that'll be the catalyst for the enemy attack, and then we can go for a flank attack against them. We'll just have to wait and see. We can't forget that these crossbowmen also have the capacity to fight. And so do our glorious knights. But I'm not getting close to those armored spearmen. No way. I will, however, turn in their general direction. And maybe we get a little bit closer to the enemy. Look at that. Gotta love the mounted crossbowmen. All right, here we go, folks. Wish us luck. The true Roman Empire shall be victorious. Or Emperor. Could have just been Emperor there. Yeah, I got a feeling they would attack us there. He's fragmented quickly. That's just raw spearman units. They're not going to do very well. Now, they are going for the charge. If we can hold, though, this opens up an opportunity, I think. Damn, they are good fighters. The Holy Roman Empire spearmen are good fighters. Yeah, exactly. Our infantry are nowhere near as reliable. In fact, we got lucky being able to hold back that Low Country Spearman unit. Very lucky. They're actually turning their spears over here against us. Very smart. And I want to kill that damn wagon. That damn wagon has to be holding the Emperor. Or maybe the Emperor is all the way back here. We'll find out where that pretender dog is. As always, guys, please do hit that like. It does help. And if you're new, make sure to follow us here on the channel. Or subscribe. Sorry, we're not twitching. What am I talking about? All right, here we go. A lot of different things we could do. Certainly approaching with the cavalry is going to be essential. We could probably go ahead and attack him, but it wouldn't end well for us. However, I want to see if I can't lure him into a fight. You see? Send some of these guys forward. I want to keep pushing forward with these guys, so I'm going to actually move forward a bit. Let's take a look. Come on. Got our mounted crossbowmen. Give them a taste of some of their own medicine there. And with the sergeants, we're just going to hold that position. Like I said, I don't really see any point in moving forward. Here we could try and charge with our cavalry. We'd probably do pretty well too. But I'd rather weaken the enemy with the crossbows first and potentially charge with one of these crossbow units. We'll see. We'll see. No, it's not going well. So, turn and fire. I believe that's a unit of brigands. Hey, how you doing, Sierra and Romanian comrade? Is this game worth the money? I think it really depends on whether or not you like this time in history, whether you like this play style. Keep in mind that the entire Field of Glory series was based off like a game, a board game, or a miniatures war game, I should say. Here's the charge. Nice fragmentation. I think that Tristan, aka Ariman, has a point here. Our trusty admin knows what he's doing, and I think he's got a point here with the knights. We just charge in and try to smash them. However, I do want to get this unit out of here because they're just begging to be destroyed. This guy, however, is fragmented. It still wouldn't be a good initial attack, but the follow-up would be tremendous. What if we hit here? Again, same situation there. We're so close to being able to charge. For now, let's just try to damage these guys. Get our mounted crossbowmen to start taking on the enemy's knights. And that's Godfried von Hindenburg. That's an actual sub-general. He could prove to be a problem. Yeah, this will work. Next turn. I think next turn it'll work. If not, Eudes de Brienne is in big trouble. Oh, okay, it's a standard there. Oh, yeah, exactly, Stin. It always helps when people do that. Follow both channels. On Twitch, we play a little more like indie stuff, kind of what we played yesterday. But we play strategy stuff on Twitch, too. Now, we have to resolve this combat, so let's do that. Pretty even. Now, what about our Low Country Spearmen? First of all, why is Onfra de Bois, our general, in this unit? Well, you know what? I'm actually going to charge here because we're going to get a pretty good attack bonus. Not bad. Could be a lot better, of course. We've got some more knights coming out of the woodwork. And yes, we will charge here. We did have to fall back, but I think it was a worthwhile charge. This is where I'm really struggling, is do we push here and hit this fragmented unit? Or do we even like move forward and just hold this ground? Even that might be a good idea, you know? I think I'll hold for now, but I'm thinking I should have probably pushed forward here and held that ground. Here we go. Wish us luck, brothers. Oh, disruption is looking bad. It's good that we didn't move forward. Oh, yes! You can't stop the crossbowmen. Although these charges are going to be devastating. We really need our knights to get in there quickly. I'm amazed we held out against the Low Country Spearmen that well, but we're not going to hold out against Rutger von Berlingen. This guy has got a group of dismounted knights and sergeants. It's only a matter of time before Onfroy de Beau actually dies in this fight. I should have switched him to another unit. Here we go. Impact. Pretty good hit by the enemy knights. They may not have as many knights as we do, but perhaps they have some very well-trained knights. Just push up and zone of control them, says Arman. Right on. Thor Hansen. I was also wondering the same thing. I thought it was like where the Emperor sat. Okay, there's a break. The knights continue. They have disrupted the crossbowmen. Unfortunately, no break, but that's nice. And look at the group of knights we've got here, guys, facing the enemy. I think this is going to get pretty rough for them if everything goes as planned. We might need to ignore some of the enemy knights here, or maybe we can follow up with the knights and sergeants back here. In fact, I think that's what I'll do. But now we have an opportunity to really lay waste to the enemy. First, let's try and break a few of these units early on. I might just try to make things even easier for our men by weakening those disrupted units. All right, here we go. Oh, we can't quite get in there this turn. That's really frustrating. Okay. I'm gonna have to wait a turn. Or maybe if we move the archers out of the way. Fragmented them. One good charge would break them, but look at this. We can get into the raw crossbowmen. Not the greatest impact, I'll admit, but maybe next turn we have a somewhat better impact ratio. This guy, for instance, should be able to attack next turn. Sending him in as well. We'll face off against this one. Yeah, I expected that to be a little better for us, but well, that's all right. We still have plenty of opportunities here. We've got knights over here, of course, and I think we should try and lock in combat. But once again, locking in combat here would be pretty painful for our men, and we still don't have that that flank bonus. Although maybe if we get the zone of control, we grab that bonus. I am going to go for the charge. Again, it's a risky one against spearmen. If we follow up, it doesn't look like it's going to go much better. What about here? More knights and sergeants approaching. I'm hoping it's next turn where we have like a great degree of luck. Because this turn, nothing's happening. Go for it. And again, falling back, but this may have put us in a better position as long as the enemy doesn't charge with the spearmen. If they charge with the spearmen, we're going to be in an awful position. Ooh, look at this. Maybe getting locked in combat there might save these guys. And I'm going to try to replace this unit with the Javelineers. So we're going to send the Javelins behind them and hopefully try to get these guys out. I don't think we can get them out this turn, but maybe next turn. How's it going, guys? Sorry, I'm trying to make sure that the YouTube works, or the YouTube Messenger works at the same time. It can be a little bit of a pain in the you-know-what. Here we go. Let's hope we do something next turn. Here we go. Yep, that's going to be it. Who is the true Holy Roman Emperor? That's the real question here.
When Germany was equally uncertain, with rival kings being appointed by the Pope.
We have a doppelganger, evidently. They held firm. Still looking pretty even in that combat. It's not one-sided, really. I get what you're saying. So maybe we should have charged with the spearmen, or maybe we can charge with the spearmen this turn and then flank with our crossbowmen. I'm guessing when we charge, that zone of control to the left of the unit disappears. Is that what it is? Come on. Good fighting, boys. Not expecting them to win here, but they're doing a great job. There we go. The enemy still held firm. The enemy is quite brave. They believe they have God on their side. The Pope supports them, so there is that. Now here we go. I think we know exactly what we need to do here. Disruption. I probably should have hit them first before charging. Here we go, though. They're fragmented. I thought we were going to be able to get up to the crossbowmen this turn. We could probably still break them, though. There we go. And look at that. We got a double break. That was great. Rarely do the actual morale checks work in our favor, but that time they absolutely did. And I'm going to push up with our crossbowman. I know that he can eventually get into combat here. For now, we'll just go ahead, fire at the brigands in front of us. Well done. And we should be prepared for an attack on the brigands next turn. Let's just turn and look at this with this extremely deadly cavalry. I mean, we're going in with some of the finest equipment of the time, the most expensive equipment of the time. There's no doubt about it. And what can we do about this little bastard right here? Hopefully next turn we can do something about him. We do have to resolve that combat, unfortunately. Yeah, enemy general fell. We just killed the enemy general. I don't know if it was the emperor or not. It may have been, but that actually worked out in our favor with the enemy general falling there. Let's push forward even more. And let's see if we can't break this unit. Very even fighting. Didn't look very good for our side there, honestly. Now, if the flank attack looks better here, and it doesn't, unfortunately, I would have gone for it. But I think instead, even that's not looking very good. Gottfried von Hennenberg is one of their finest generals, and we can see that here. All right, let's try and nail the Low Country spearmen. Not like that. Because if we can weaken them, then potentially we can be a little more of a threat to them. Well, we might as well start moving towards the rear enemy units, and that's Otto the Fourth, so that's the Pretender. The other general that died was probably just one of their sub-generals. Okay, let's lock them in combat first. Oh, we can't charge. Zone of control. Disruption. That COC is still affecting us. What if we move a unit up like this? I think that might... Yeah, kinda. It allows us to do a charge. But the charge needs to go quite well, so I don't think I'm going to take that risk there. Yeah, it's not looking like a safe bet. They're probably going to end up charging me here as well, but I'll do this. I just don't want to get stuck in a battle I can't win, and that looks like a battle I can't win. All right, well, we'll at least get our Javelineers through. Do a little bit of damage. Get the focus on the Javelins for a second. And even here, we're not doing so well with the mounted crossbowmen. They're just not going to be doing that much damage to the unit. So we're going to just skid on by with the mounted crossbowmen. Join the main attack. Still got some archers here, as a matter of fact. Might as well make sure they don't return to the fighting. And here we go, guys. I hope it goes well. We are closing in on both sides, but maybe they're going to be able to fight their way out here. Come on, boys. Hold. Michael, French using javelins in medieval times. That's interesting. Oh, yeah. Well, if you think that's interesting, we are currently trying to become Holy Roman Empire by fighting the legitimate German Empire, Emperor, using the French as our ally. So we're basically traitors, but history's written by the victors. Hence, Frederick II is a hero. Keep that in mind. Look at this nice attack. They still held firm against our knights. I don't think that's going to continue, though. I think this turn will break them for sure. Look at that. They still held. They still held. My gosh. Okay, these guys are tough. Now, with the Knights and Sergeants, we should be able to get a pretty good attack. Still no. Despite being low country spearmen, good chance we could kill these guys. And unfortunately, we're going to have to turn and fire against Otto IV. The enemy, going to actually turn this way. The enemy Emperor is right there. If we can kill him, that's it. Battle over. And even that attack wouldn't go so well. This one wouldn't go so well. Neither would this one. Why aren't these charges going well, Ariman? Is it because we need to get, like, we actually need to engage these guys, right? So maybe I should charge. I think I get it. Even though I'm not going to win this charge, if I can hold the line, then maybe I can get in there? No, not yet. Maybe next turn. I didn't mean to charge. I really didn't mean to charge there. All right, we'll bring this guy in. He should be able to charge next turn. I think this guy will break this turn, just due to loss of units. They held firm, unbelievably. Sure. Knights lose all their advantages on rough ground. I see. Because of this rough ground, it's causing us problems. I see. All right, hopefully we come in over here for a nice attack, but I get what you're saying. So we want to get away from this rough ground if possible. Looks like we can attack again with some crossbowmen. Why not? Yes! Disruption along the line. Such a shame we can't attack this turn. Probably have to move this guy forward as well. Alright, let's see how we're doing against this knight. Because it looks like he's going to end up breaking this guy first, which is really annoying. Okay, here we go. The moment of truth. It's going to have to make a difference. 5-4. Still not very good odds, but perhaps if we can charge him from the flank. And I'm not even sure you get really much of a flank charge with cavalry, but we're going to try. For stuff like that, Romanian Comrade, it really helps for people to, like, drop in any video, like, in the comments, just put the games you want to see, and that makes it a lot more likely that I'll, like, consider it in the future. Not a single one of these is going in our favor. Oh, boy. We got lucky there. We actually caused a morale check, which is hilarious. Okay. All right, here we go. Looking better and better for the enemy. Oh, disruption on our side of the line there. Never a pleasant sight. And I think this guy will break. He held firm, but he will break this turn. I can assure you of that. Oh, an enemy flanking, as if things couldn't get any more complicated, an enemy flanking force has arrived on the battlefield. Now we have to really try and get some flanks or some routes quickly. Just keep grinding their own units down while yours will that get licked to at least pull back behind supporting friendlies. I hope that's true. We'll see. The enemy's doing a pretty good job at pushing us back right now, but we hopefully will get some nice cavalry charges here. See, look at that. Crushing us there. We're actually ridiculously lucky that we don't have more breaks. Oh, they still held firm. We need a break on the enemy line here. They still held firm, although their numbers are really low at this point. And finally, we fragmented that enemy unit. Let's see if we can utterly break them. That would be a little bright spot of sunshine in my day, but really not very bright, because that's simply one unit. Of course, damaging, cavalry units like that is helpful, big time. What about that flank charge I was thinking about? It's gonna work. Look at this. Disrupted the knights. Maybe we can destroy the enemy army before the reinforcements even get here. Oh boy, this is really risky, but we definitely have more numbers than they do. I'm taking the risk because it can only be a draw. All right, next turn we'll have them. Stin is saying send a small delaying force. That is an option. That is an option. That rough ground is going to kill us. What about here? If we can break through, that's an option. Oh, the zone of control still in the enemy's hands. That's frustrating. Just trying to see where else I could possibly break through. This is going to be our only option, really. Let's try this. You'd step in. Held firm. You gotta be kidding me. I'm gonna have to get involved in this charge. Try and offset the enemy numbers, really. Okay, here we go. Enemy's looking pretty weak right here. Although they still outrank us in terms of actual skill. As you can see here, we could get a nice little flanking attack. Let's try. Flank attack on the enemy. But see, that flank attack is not followed up from this side. So we're just going to have to kind of prepare. Hold. Thought that was going to go a lot better. All right, let's just send him back behind the enemy lines, period. Keep fighting this one right here. And again, his banner is quite tattered there. So if I can actually hold in combat against this guy a single turn, I think we can crush him pretty much. But it's too much just to focus on a single unit. Gottfried von Hindenburg. This is one of the enemy's generals. We're going to go for it. Got to take the risk. We did hold firm. We got a morale check. I'll take it. Let's see what else we can do here. Ooh. We could actually get a flank charge, which is hilarious. With the archers. I thought that was going to improve our chances, but evidently not. Since the enemy's kind of hanging out there on the heavy or the rough ground, it's pretty tough to break through. Yeah, a straight line to the very left and very right. So we'll push forward a bit, try and get a proper straight line here. It looks like we are going to be able to move through here and work a tiny miracle with the Knights and Sergeants. Broke the Brigands. The question is, where are they going to go from here? See, I was hoping they would attack the Spearmen here, not the case. However, this does allow us to get once again behind the enemy a bit. And we've even got these crossbowmen, which I hope we won't have to use for a while. Yep, I was worried about that. We have to attack, though. We have no choice. Gotta resolve that combat. And I think we're actually about to lose Onfra Debo over here. Yep. Disruptions all along the line. We need a miracle, boys. We really do. Again, remaining in combat is the best option here, because if he breaks him, he's going to break past our line. So I'm just going to try to hold firm and ultimately get a charge from one of these other units. Is he still... Are our guys still charging them? Come on now. That's another issue. Your knights can charge now. Okay, hopefully. So next turn, they should be able to get a nice charge. Am I right on that? Hopefully. Hopefully. Let's see. Here we go, guys. I think next turn is the moment of truth, but I fear that they're going to break all of our infantry this turn. Yeah, we always appreciate backseat gaming, Paul. So if you have any recommendations on how to improve, please do. Please do. I'm probably not as good as a lot of you guys here. I'm fairly new to the game itself. Be patient, man. We all start somewhere, you know? Yeah, that's what I was worried about. Utter breakage on our infantry line there. The question is, can we turn it around with the cavalry here? And I don't think so. There's just too much fragmentation on our line. Keep the fighting going on rather than charging crazy spearman infantry to death. You gotta be more specific. A lot more specific. All right, got a nice little break there, but it's not going to make much of a difference. Nice charge from our men there. They did hold firm, though. The enemy held firm incredibly. Let's see if we can break through right here. They still held firm, man. We'll have to wait till next turn. Go and hold off with that for now, at least. And this should give us that flank charge we've been looking for. There we go. Instant break on the enemy line. Are we going to get a charge into the spearmen? Yes. Look at that. Looking beautiful. We have also disrupted this unit up here, broke the spearmen, and potentially we can break the enemy knights up here to the north. This is what we were waiting for. I hope it's not too late, but this is exactly what we were waiting for. There's a method to the madness, Paul. I hope. I hope. Here we go. It's looking a lot better now. We've got that that line charging in. We have to resolve this combat here, so we might as well do it here. And eventually, they might just lose the numbers. That group's looking pretty tattered. Now, this is where we have a lot of issues. What about grabbing our spearmen? Look, our crossbowmen. Look at this. Getting our crossbowmen to charge the enemy's flank. 28. They did hold firm, which is enraging to me. Oh, they still held firm. We have to resolve this combat. It's not going to go in our favor. Yeah, domino effects with the night charges. As long as these guys can hold on for dear life. In fact, I'm going to try to pull back. Oh, I can't pull back without getting... They're probably going to chase anyway, but I am going to try to pull back. Here we go. The night charges. Here, we're not going to get much of a charge. What about over here? See if we can't finally win that fight. Nope. However, here, look at this flank charge. Right against the enemy there. Enemy breaks completely. And it's looking great. We're also going to hit the wagon, it looks like. The wagon seems to be pretty tough. Send in the next group of knights. Yeah, honestly, Paul, and if not for backseat gaming from Arimon here, that's why I always appreciate, like, constructive criticism. I wouldn't even have done that, so I think I win because of his advice. If I win, it will be because of the knights, you're right. But see, we've got this problem. We've got enemy forces arriving from back here, so we need to break them really, really badly here. Oh, another opportunity, my friends. Not quite, not quite. We are fragmented here, but again, this unit is so close to breaking just because of a lack of numbers. They're probably going to run, but we might as well charge. Can't believe we didn't win that fight this turn. Don't come back. Boom. Might as well kill a few of them. No, your advice has been awesome, dude. I'm just wondering if I should follow up the charge here on this retreating unit, because then he would, of course, do that whole domino effect thing. But I'm guessing here I should probably wait a bit. Victory's not yet won at all. We can see right here we've got a lot of fragmented units. So there's still a lot to go before we can even call this a victory. All right. See fragmentations on our line. It's going to happen. It's going to be close either way. So I should have charged the flanking unit, right? For the future. There's a flank attack on the enemy. I think that's the enemy commander-in-chief. I think that's Otto. Emperor Otto. Somebody do a quick Google search. Was Otto killed after this battle, or did good old-fashioned Frederick let him live? Somebody let me know. Might be counting our eggs before they roost. That's true. No, we actually both auto broke. What matters is going to be the, yeah, that right there, the morale checks. They held firm. How do they do it? There we go. Finally auto broke. It's about damn time. Another break on the enemy side. Can we break this group of armored spearmen? We can, guys. There they go. We've also got a few units rallying here, which is nice. Were historical mounted knights this colorful? That's a great question, Tor. I'd like to know the answer to that. I feel that there's movies that I find extremely realistic from a medieval perspective, even with magic and stuff, and one of them is Merlin. I think it's like 1988. The reason I say that is because in regards to your armor question, their armor is very, like, muddy. You know, it's caked in, like, rust, mud, scrapes, you know, everything you would expect on armor. So I think you have a point there. Like, I'm guessing that maybe for a tournament they would have like really nice armor like this, but for a battle I would expect that it would get, you know, pretty nasty looking over time. So there we go. Gos de Beaumont. We can get a, oh, we can't get a charge here. Oh boy. What about here? Can actually charge the wagon. I don't know the value of the wagon. How do we want to do this? That's actually one of the enemy generals there. Let's take a look over here on the right side. I still want to break this unit. You gotta be kidding me, man. Still hasn't auto broken. Guy's a legend. Really wish that they wouldn't continue charging, but c'est la vie. I have to say, I think I found my new favorite faction, and it's the French. I'm with you, Araman. I like the large amount of cavalry units. It's almost like the ancient equivalent of a sort of armored-based army. You've just got all these really heavy units here. That guy, we're not going to attack. There's no point. I guess we attack the wagon, right? Or start preparing for another flank attack. Let's go for it. Again, we don't win the follow-up attack, but maybe if we just hit him enough times, he eventually loses any real desire to fight. Okay, he's saying kill the wagon. All right, we're going after the wagon. It's going to take a few hits for sure. Oh, we've got an enemy crossbow unit right there. Another enemy unit right here. I would love to break them right now. Unfortunately, not an option. Although maybe we can turn in the direction of the enemy. I hope we can hit these guys next turn. It's going to take a while to get them back to the fight. You know what, though? Could this be our delaying force? I guess it kind of could be. But maybe we won't need that delaying force, so I'm just going to head back to the battlefield. It offends the eye. All right, here we go. Again, I hate that a lot of our guys are continuing that charge, that reckless charge, let's be honest. Can we finally break that damn unit? Enemy units rallying. I never like to see that. Okay, our men are doing a flank attack. Nice. Beautiful. More fragmentation. They still have not broken. Those armored spearmen, guys, we need to conscript them into our army after this battle. Here come those reinforcements. Gonna take them a while to get here. Ariman says, let's be real. Every French knight in history would get hot and heavy at the idea of personally stealing the enemy's main standard. That is a good point. From a historical perspective, it would be a very important piece of, or valuable piece of enemy... what would be the correct term here? God, I forget my English while I'm in Portugal. Of an enemy military objective, I guess? I don't know. Here we go. Another charge. Look at that, guys. We're at 26. Enemies at 38%. Still a lot of things to do. It looks like we might be able to get a flank charge here. Yes, sir. Disrupted. I like that. Let's get another one. We might not be able to get a flank charge this turn, but we'll be prepared. Not looking good here. I want to get the knights away from this area. What I really think, I think we might need to get this R Knight over here to attack him. So I'd love to hit the wagon, but I gotta get that Knight and Sergeant unit. Here's an opportunity for a domino effect, but it's risky. I'm going for it, though. Oh, he turned around. Let's hope something happens here. Let's hope that that domino effect is worth it. I think it also opens up, like, room for more of our units to get in here, so that's also a bonus. Oh, that's right. I forgot all about our friends here. Returning to the fight. Are we gonna just have to move out of the way because of this damn spearman unit? What are some good medieval battle movies? God, there's so many. I mean, in my opinion, in terms of actual, like, medieval combat, I really think Excalibur is excellent because Excalibur does a great job at showing how heavy armor is in battle. Like, there's a scene where a guy's actually, like, running through a swamp with heavy battle armor running away from the enemy, and it shows, like, how impossible that would be. Just little things like that. I think we're gonna have to hit these guys with arrows and probably just continuous attacks. Rudiger's charge. Rudiger's tough. Rudiger's charge. I was thinking of something else, sorry. Rudiger is tough. And actually, I'll send the spearmen over here and maybe flank the enemy next turn. Grab our crossbowmen. Put them here. And you know what? Start firing at those guys. Those bastards. Let me do that then. So I'm going to try to charge, fall back, no longer in their zone of control. See, I'm worried though, because this unit is behind us. Won't we fall into their zone of control anyway? Maybe not. Oh, okay, okay. I like your thinking, Ariman. We may even be able to charge this unit next turn. What have we got here? Every man counts. Stand corrected. Yeah, Excalibur's tremendous. And again, it's got a lot of mysticism, occultism, and like magic in it. But an acceptable degree, I think. I'm trying to think of other... I mean, even the TV show Vikings does a great, you know, sort of medieval combat representation. In terms of the best movie in terms of dualism, and this is not going to be medieval times, it's going to be 18th century, late 18th century, early 19th century, and that would be The Duelists. It's Harvey Keitel and somebody else, and it's just about like two French officers that are pretty much dueling throughout a series of different battles, and it's just really well done, like in terms of actual like what happens in a duel when you get wounded but you don't die. It's brutal. Oh, achievement, Nemesis. I think we killed Otto. Did we kill Otto? We either killed Otto or we lost Frederick. I think we killed... We have to check that. We have to check that to see which one it was. We've got to check that achievement. But I think we may have killed Otto. There we go. Fragmentation. Some of our own units rallying. It's always a nice sight. All right, let me take a look here. So, Field of Glory 2. Killed an enemy commander-in-chief. Yes, guys, we just killed the Pretender Emperor Otto. This is awesome. Now there's no way that Frederick is not going to get in there. I am loving it. Absolutely beautiful, my friends. And I think we can come in for some pretty vicious attacks here, but let's try to break this unit first. Breaks. Let me get that charge right into the enemy flank. Yes. Disrupted. Huge charge. They break instantly. They don't even want to mess with us. Look at that. A charge into that awful wagon. And the wagon's still not breaking. That thing has got to have some magical powers of some sort. I think we can instantly break this unit. They're a spearman unit, but they're very, very weak at the moment. Same with this spear unit right here. That's not going to work so well. What about over here? Might as well. Rout the whole damn army if we have to. Blank charge on the crossbowmen. I don't think they're going to do very well here. Beautiful. And we've got our men advancing. Of course, that also means that the enemy have their men advancing too, but look at how far away they are. Is that even something we really have to be concerned with? I don't know. They'll run. They did not run, okay? I think they've accepted their fate here. It's a tough nut to crack. Ah, okay. Force the enemy to run wherever we need to force them to run. Let's push up a little bit more. Might as well. All right, we're turning towards the wagon, and I think this next turn we'll be able to get a flank charge against it. All right, guys. We're almost halfway through the allotted time for the battle, and it's just getting more and more brutal as we play, that's for sure. Oh, nice. Nice disruption there. Oh, not looking good for us. And again, we just killed Otto. I'm hoping that alone is reason enough for the enemy to capitulate and give us our rightful victory. They've turned the wagon towards us, and look at those reinforcements arriving. Nice little flank charge by the enemy on our spearmen. Although here, oh, we should have been able to break them. We held firm, though. We did not fail the morale check, but those reinforcements are on the way now for sure. That's it, boys. That's it, boys. Break them. We're going to be... Oh, we're going to get our first... Another break. Well, not our first break, but our first break of this turn here. Wonderful. Some rallies amongst our knights. Wagon can't be flanked. Oh, okay, but if it dies, the enemy army is finished. All right, well, we've just rallied. Maybe we can follow up with a nice... Look at this. With our rally, we're going to follow up with a beautiful charge. And we've broken the enemy. And mind you, out of 174 knights, only 174 knights, only 109 are alive in this group. So we wanted to give them the glory of the charge there. Over here, we can probably also give these guys the glory of the charge. I was hoping he would have charged into that unit. That's okay, though. Here we go. It's wagon time. Damn wagon. All right, we're at least in combat with it now. That's a start. I was really hoping that was going to go more in our favor. Can we get this cav? We could. Here's what I'm going to do. We'll charge Rudiger next turn. Might as well keep charging. And then we'll engage these guys. I'm hoping we'll engage these guys in an attack. Nope. Didn't go quite as planned. That's okay. We'll be there soon. Don't worry. If I can get another shot at Rudiger, I will. But doesn't look to be an option here. Let's push forward. Oh, I was wrong. Every shot counts, and the reason being here... can we see his numbers? We can. So he had 342 heavily armored knights and sergeants. He now has 228. For a medieval battle, well, for any battle, that's going to cause some panic amongst the enemy. That's for sure. So in fact, I'm even going to prepare here. I was hoping I could turn two. We'll probably end up catching these archers anyway. So I am going to continue to chase. We will catch up with them. I'm almost tempted to charge here just because he's already pretty badly fragmented. Yeah, I'm going to do it. Worst case scenario, we get out of his zone of control. I like that trick to getting out of zone of controls, and in this case, it actually looks like we're better off remaining in combat. Okay, the rest of our guys, we can leave them there and end the turn. Come on! Break that wagon down. Ooh, they're fighting quite well. Despite being outnumbered, they are fighting quite well. Here comes the rest of the Imperial army right there. We've got to try to finish things off post haste. Damn. Damn. These guys don't mess around. All right, preparing for wagon attack. Here we go. Damn that wagon. Got some pretty heavy armor there. All right, let's see if we can't break through here. This should be a cakewalk. Yep, nice little fragmentation. I think next turn he breaks. We could turn around with these knights and try and get an additional flank. So let's do that. I have to turn them around. There's no point in route. I was thinking we could route him off the field, but he'll end up leaving next turn almost certainly. But I will continue this charge. I am going to catch up to those archers, or I'll route them off the field, one or the other. Push forward. All right. You guys prefer it when I'm zoomed in, or do you like this like zoomed out look? Still a ton of fragmentation on our side. The fight for Holy Roman Emperor is a very, very, very dangerous one for everybody involved. This is why we got to the Elector state. That's one of our units breaking there. Not good, and that caused a triple rout on our side. Not good at all. Now, we might be able to break that unit. We got very lucky with that, but overall, that went very poorly for us. We're very close, though, to getting the Germans to where we need them, so hopefully we finish them off before those reinforcements get there. We're so close. So close. In fact, I think we can break these guys this turn. Yes. Nice start. Look at all those men running, though, from all sides. Still holding firm. Finally disrupted the wagon. I'm going to definitely engage these guys. I know I'll lose the fight, but I want to get them locked in. Oh, it disrupted us, but that should allow us to get in here next turn. Run them down. Yes, finally disrupting those knights. Now you're gonna have to get off the field. Get off the field. There we go. That's gonna count towards our victory. It's at 58%. And despite this charge not going well, I know the follow-up will go very well. So I'm gonna go ahead and risk it. And Philip II, our king. And now, of course, we are RPing as Frederick, but Philip II is our current king right now. I enjoy the flashy heraldry of the mounted knights. Indeed, quite beautiful, no? And look at this. I think we can finally finish off the fiend, Rudiger von Berlingen. He's done so much damage to our army, and it would just be an honor to finish him off once and for all. He's fragmented. He's not looking good. Let's get another attack there on the wagon. Nice impact charge. Bring this guy in to deal with Berlingen. I also want to just, and I'll be thanking them for a while now because we started our membership program last week. So I want to thank Dave Zissou, KenDoggie, and Bostova, aka Icon Rostov, that have so far become channel members. Pretty cool. See if we have any other charges. Well, we will soon. And those reinforcements are not going to get here on time. That's one of the few times where they haven't gotten here on time. They're usually pretty good at being fast in Field of Glory 2, but I think there's just so much going on right now, so much terrain to cross, it's not worth it. See, they're actually behind our lines at this point, but it's going to take them forever to actually get here. By the way, another bit of advice for people watching the stream: I desperately need to get content. I'm going to be losing my VSDC membership basically on the 24th, and I'll only be getting that back at the end of the we killed another one of their generals, by the way, at the end of the month. So in the meantime, just be prepared that we're probably going to be doing a lot of streams and maybe not as many video uploads for a week or two. Also, if anybody would like to continue to join me with the Armia Cracovia Let's Play that we've been doing on Twitch and in Discord, which basically you got to get Arma 3 and you need to just get a modification which allows you to play in 1942 with Polish partisans. I'd love to get some footage of that tonight so that I can upload it while VSDC is down for a week. So please, if you are interested, just go to our Discord channel. In the the general discussion box, just say, yeah, I'm interested in this Armia Cracovia thing or partisan thing or whatever, and we'll try to get you in for a video, because I'm going to try to do some videos tonight of that. For those of you that don't have our Discord channel, let me provide that. Rudiger died, and he did. We came out on top. Victory is a victory. And don't worry, I'm going to go back to the casualties list, guys. I cannot leave a strategy game without looking at the casualties list. The group of mods you need to download for this, they're all in one package. It's very straightforward. It's not complex at all. And you just join my server and we have some fun. Let's see if this works. See what happened when that stupid wagon died, says Rambling Exile. Instant victory, eh? Okay, so let's just take a look here. We are victorious, and man, what a fight. I definitely want to inspect the battlefield, primarily just because of this area right here. I don't think I've ever seen such a nice grouping of dead, extremely well-armored knights. Like, if I was a battlefield scavenger, I would definitely be hitting this place up, because these shields alone have got to be worth a fortune. But beautiful fight nonetheless. We could try to break some more, but I'm going to go ahead and end the review, and that is going to be the final losses tally, my friends, for killed, wounded, etc., etc. Let's take a look here. How long have we been streaming? How long did it take us to crush the enemy? About an hour and 20 minutes. I'll take that. Okay. Well, anyway, guys, I want to thank you. Now, if you enjoy this particular well, not just this stream, but particularly this campaign, then please do let me know, and what we'll do is we'll come back to this and we will continue this campaign. So I'm going to call this one Barbarossa. How about that? So that'll be one to remember. And Otto's defeat has allowed Frederick to take Aachen and lay siege to Cologne. However, a relieving force of Otto supporters is approaching. Now, we killed Otto in battle, but did that actually happen historically? I wonder if you guys know or don't know. Let's find out. All right, guys, thank you so much. Don't forget to hit that like button, comment, share with your friends. Consider joining our channel as a member. And, you know, we're really trying to go down that route and hopefully do some fun stuff exclusively for the members. Maybe just play some games together, get to know each other, who knows, or maybe just watch some movies. All right, take care, folks. Thank you again. All glory to Frederick, true Emperor of the Holy Roman Empire.